We also have Nirmal Kaur, former IPS officer and retired as DGP in Jharkhand. We also have with us Dr. Tara Kartha, the former director of the National Security Council Secretariat, joining us to get us a better understanding. Well, according to this is allowing female government employees or pensioners to grant family pension to their eligible child or children after their own demise instead of their spouse. This is quite a historic move, as it will help address situations where marital discord leads to divorce proceedings. This will help in cases filed under laws such as protection of women from domestic violence as well as dowry prohibition. Let me take my first question to Dr. Tara Kartha. Doctor, help us understand how this will help women, in fact, attract more people to, enroll in government jobs.
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. The point is that in a study which I remember, at least a shocking figure, actually, 1 of 3 women suffer domestic violence. I mean, I was blown away by those figures, and only 1 in 10 reported. So this is very high, the level of problems which women face. And now when they see such an initiative, the desire to join government at any level would be far more. I mean, this is an extremely forward-looking, very, very fair measure. It's highly called for. Otherwise, in principle, what happens? I'm talking of an existing government employee who passes away, and then this abuser gets her pension. I mean, that is so unfair. Even the other measures which he introduced which Minister Jitendra Singh had mentioned, those are also extremely practical measures and should have been done away with years and years ago. And I'm so glad that they've done this finally.
Right. Let me get in Nirmal Kaur as well. Ma'am, they've ensured that there are no loopholes here. They've covered every aspect, whether it comes to a woman employee survived by a widower with no eligible children, or the family pension, will definitely be payable to the widower. This also covers, like Tara was mentioning about, employees who go missing. And under that, now the family pension will be given within a matter of 6 months, and they will no longer have to wait for 7 years, which is a waiting period till an employee is considered or deemed to be dead.
Yes, truly so. This is actually in keeping with Modi government's policy of introducing more gender parity and making laws and rules more gender neutral. So that in order to empower women, that kind of slight, tweak which was there, which was, not treating men and women equally, that is being done away with. And this is a large part of that, so far as central government employee women are concerned. This, this certainly, it is going to bring a lot of socio-economic changes in our society. And this area that in the event of death of a woman central government employee, she can nominate her children. If there's a dispute, marital discord, as you said, under the Domestic Violence Act or under the Dowry Act or under the IPC, wherever, 498B, wherever, if there is a case pending and there's a marital discord, now she can nominate her children. In the earlier law, even if the husband killed the wife, he would still be eligible for family pension, which was very weird, So, and also what Dr. Tara said, just now is very correct. The laws are now changing and laws are being more strengthened. And this socio-economic change will bring a lot of parity in our society. And gender parity is being ensured by and by. I think that way I really love this government. They have ensured that women are truly equal to men in all ways, formally, informally, intellectually, politically, emotionally, logically, economically, socially, politically. So that kind of equivalence, being established is a very welcome step for our society. And this is, if there was any patriarchy, perhaps the last vestiges of patriarchy will be done away with this. And women will enjoy a better status.
Right, promoting Nari Shakti at the Republic Day. Yes, Dr. Tara, it also has brought about changes that even if an employee dies before completing 7 years, yet the family will get a pension of at least 50% of the last pay for the first 10 years.
That is actually quite revolutionary, because I remember these discussions years earlier, and the Ministry of Finance used to literally blow us away when anybody suggested such a thing. They never allowed it. So this is a Prime Minister who knows his mind. I remember when he was campaigning, and I remember this distinctly. He said, in terms of rape, he says, why are you blaming the children, the girls? Why don't you bring up your son properly? I mean, I remember that. And after that, I said here, and I served with the Modi government. And I saw this in the Prime Minister. He doesn't go by bureaucratic, what the bureaucracy says. He does what he thinks is right. And all of these moves are absolutely wonderful moves.
Right. Nirmal Kaur, such concerted efforts have been taken in order to increase the representation when it comes to women in central government jobs and to provide them a balance between professional as well as family life. Do you think this is going to attract more women representatives as far as government jobs are concerned as opposed to private jobs?
Definitely, government jobs are they sell like hotcakes. Everybody wants to get a government job, and definitely this will bring in more women to government jobs and have more parity. And you see, not only in these rules, in every rule, like the reservation in Parliament for women, or even the new laws that have come in, the new criminal laws, they are much more gender neutral, ensure much more parity between genders. So I think the thinking of the government is very progressive, very modern, and very, original, like not a very iconoclastic kind of a thing. They don't go with the metaphors that exist or the social kind of, things that exist. Women have to be like this, men have to be like this. They are totally gender neutral. They are trying to make it. And I think that is a very welcome step, and it will definitely attract more and more women and bring in a lot of social changes, economic changes in our society, which is really very, very welcome. More women are likely to come, are bound to come in government services. And
right,
anyway.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nirmal Kaur and Dr. Tara, for joining us on the broadcast. A huge historic move that has been brought about in order to help address situations, where, as far as women are concerned, now they can choose to give pension to their children, whether it's their son or their daughter, as opposed to their husband. And they've ensured that no loopholes are left. They've covered every aspect, whether it comes to a woman employee survived by a widower, or whether it comes to a family member, whether it comes to an employee who's gone missing. So it has covered mostly all grounds here. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast.